Are you tired of giving your child round after round of antibiotics? Did you know that 30% of antibiotics prescribed to children are unnecessary? The overuse and misuse of antibiotics not only leads to long-term consequences for each individual child, but it's actually a huge deal for all of our families, since this has been going on for decades and is leading to rampant antibiotic resistance, superbugs, fueling chronic illness, and so much more. Let's find out what's really going on here. So, as a parent, you've likely experienced the helplessness and frustration of watching your child suffer through a painful ear infection or a persistent cough. And in these moments, it's natural to want a quick solution, and antibiotics often seem like the answer. However, the alarming truth is that nearly 30% of antibiotics prescribed are unnecessary according to the CDC. This rampant overuse of antibiotics not only contributes to the growing threat of antibiotic resistance, but also disrupts the delicate balance of your child's developing nervous system. This sets the stage for long-term health consequences. So in this video, I'm going to dive into the dangers of antibiotic overuse and explore how it fits into the perfect storm of factors that can derail your child's neurological development. So you'll learn all about the gut-brain connection and how the nervous system, immune system, and inflammation are all linked together, and how the overuse and misuse of antibiotics can disrupt their delicate balance and contribute to everything from autism to ADHD to autoimmune conditions and even obesity. So here's another alarming stat. Ear infections are one of the most common reasons for pediatric medical visits in the United States, especially for young children. It affects as many as 85% of kids under 3. But get this, a long time ago now, the American Academy of Pediatrics created a new guideline and recommendation for ear infections that recommends a wait-and-see approach rather than antibiotics as a first line of defense. Since most ear and respiratory infections are caused by underlying issues with subluxation, restriction in movement and drainage of the eustachian tubes and lymphatics, and viruses instead of bacteria, this does make good sense. But how many conventional pediatricians, urgent cares, and emergency rooms actually follow this guideline still today? Sadly, it's still a major problem. Think of it like when all you have is a hammer and everything looks like a nail. And way too many kids, especially infants and toddlers, are continuing to be prescribed these dangerous antibiotics that have a whole host of both short and long-term side effects. So antibiotics disrupt the gut microbiome, which plays a crucial role in digestion, immune function, and overall health. This disruption, known as dysbiosis, has been linked to a range of health issues, including inflammatory bowel disease, allergies, asthma, obesity, autoimmune conditions, and neurodevelopmental disorders. And once antibiotics disrupt the gut and microbiome function, they can lead to not only an imbalance of neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which are actually made and absorbed in the gut, but they also lead to an imbalance with the most important nerve in the body, the vagus nerve. So the vagus nerve is the 10th cranial nerve and the longest cranial nerve in the body. It is also named the wandering nerve because it exits in the neck, passing directly next to the first 2 vertebrae of the spine, and then innervates the heart, lungs, and intestines. The vagus nerve is in charge of rest, relaxation, digestion, immune function, and regulation of inflammation, and so much more. And it is literally the brain-gut and the gut-brain connection. So once antibiotics get in and disrupt the gut function, it also negatively impacts what we call vagal nerve tone. And that leads into the sympathetic fight or flight system and lets it run unchecked. This leaves the body full of tension, inflammation, and a suppressed immune response. And while we all work hard to keep our children healthy and prevent respiratory infections and illness, The truth is, getting sick and spiking a fever is a pretty natural course of life for all children, and it actually has some long-term benefits of boosting and improving the immune function throughout life as well. Therefore, it's important for parents to know how to naturally support the body to overcome ear and respiratory infections on its own and avoid antibiotics altogether if we can. So, the best way to boost the body's function and help clear these infections is chiropractic adjustments. Neurologically focused chiropractic care can help improve the function of the nervous system, which supports overall immune function, decreasing tension and inflammation, and helps the body fight off infections naturally. Chiropractic adjustments can also help improve the motility and drainage of the eustachian tube, sinuses, throat, and entire lymphatic system. This helps the body get bacteria and viruses out of the body faster, preventing the buildup of opportunistic infections and inflammation. So, once the nervous system is back to a state of balance and full function, all the other major important functions of the body follow suit, helping the respiratory, lymphatic, and immune systems all get back to normal and full function. So it's important for parents to become empowered and know that not every respiratory infection and childhood illness needs antibiotics, which makes it important to know that safe, natural, and effective options like chiropractic care exist. So if you found this video helpful, make sure to share it with other parents looking for natural ways to support their children's health. Let's work together to boost our kids' immune systems naturally, avoid antibiotics, and help make chiropractic care and natural remedies the first line of defense for future generations. Together, we can help your child have a solid foundation for their health.